path that the astronauts took to ingress into the rocket.
You're he. This is what it is. Artemis. Artemis, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome. What do we have here? Rockets. Where are they going to? Apparently to the moon. Apparently around the moon, to the moon. They're off to a bad start already. They're off to a bad start. Apparently there's been a delay. All right, apparently there's been a delay. So here we are. 2 minutes in counting. Wild. Salute to the grand old chat room. How we doing? Day one. Salutes. Much love. CC, I see you down there, twin. Much love. Marsha and me. Welcome. Rebecca Lynn, favor to you. Much love. Much love. Scotty boy, big up. Big up. Sarah, good to see you. Good to see you. Big up everybody, man. Grand old chat room. Grand old chat room. So some of us are alive to see this. We're alive to see this again. What is going on? I wonder if there'll be another, kaboom in the air or something like this. April Fool's Day. Where's my manners? April Fool's Day to you folks. And 420 if you got that. If you got that. So here we are. Minute counting. What is going on? Where are they going to? I want to play the audio, but I don't want to, just in case they take it down.
Or any holds that could come from the ground.
Oh, there we go. Oh, this is getting spicy. That looks CGI. Look at that. That looks CGI. That looks CGI. April Fools. Joke's on you. Look at this. Where they going? Oh, here we go. Here we go. The big one. Oh, look at that. It's the big one. CGI. There it go. What's going on? Why is it cutting like that? Fox News, that was whack. Look, now it's showing us this. So it cut. Look at this. What? Nah. What's going on here? What type of. What's this? What? Oh my. Look at that. There you go, you globies. There's one for you. Put that in your pipe and smoke that. Look at that, you globies. Look at that. Look what it's doing. Look what it's doing. What the fuck? Why is it doing that shit? It keeps on cutting. Look at it's cutting. Look how much it's cutting and going to different cameras. Just leave it on one. You're not doing any favors, any justice. Look at that. This is Fox as well. Fox News. What are they doing? Look at all that pollution. Look, where are they going? See, nothing new. What? Still going. I wonder if they're arching. Why do they show it from this angle? When do they start arching? When does the famous arch happen? I want to see the famous art. Look at this cameraman. Look, I don't want to see the people. Look at the Fox News. We don't want to see the people. Yeah, put us up there. What's going on here? I can see two rockets. Oh, is that the? See, look, they missed the part when it detaches, showing us the stupid people. What's this? We wanted to see the detachment. You showing us the bloody audience for? Look at that falling. Look, you can see the detachments falling. The boosters. They were showing us the bloody audience. That is whack. Look. So how high did it detach? Right? Because that'll tell us all we need to know. Look at that. Go back to that. What was that? Oh, I want to go back to that. Hold on a second. Look at that. That looks. Let me take that real quick. Right. Oh, it's gone. All this. I don't want to see all this. Just show me the rocket going. Yeah, just leave it on the rocket. All right. They should have zoomed in. They should have had a bloody telescope, a Lucifer telescope or something. Zooming in on that so we can see that shit. Now they're just showing us all of this shit. We don't want to see all this. How can they can zoom in on stars millions of billions of miles away, right? But they can't even keep up to par with a NASA rocket. They can't even keep up to par with a NASA rocket. Can't even let us see. Look, zoom in. Why are we still seeing a speck? Now they're showing us this. We don't want to look at this dead footage. Oh, okay. Still dead footage. What's going on? This isn't fun. No, dead. But they're all happy.
Though at this time, we're seeing 4 good engines here in Michigan.
All happy. Well, the family's out and everything. Family day out for this. They're still going. My thing is this: is it floating or is it going? Because the other images they had, right, it seemed like it was in, a different layer where it was floating. Shit, it's confusing. Joe Cool said that's CGI, huh? And that's a Globie. That's a Globie down there. Even Joe Cool said that's CGI. You say, Joe, what? You're not with them on this one? Hmm? These are your boys, Joe. Joe Cool, Globie said that's CGI. What? No, it looks like it's something spewing out emissions. Like this don't look like rocket fuel. Look, this angle here, this footage right here. Is it Is the burner still going or is it floating? Look at the feed. This feed is so whack. Look, glitching and shit. My feed's better than this. Oh my lord. And my OBS is notorious for glitching, right? I got better service than NASA. Yippee. More CGI. What's this? What's this? What the hell is this thing? No, that's look this. Oh, look at that. What's going on here? What's this? What was that? Where was this? Like that. What that was? What's the chat room saying? Yeah, that's a fact, Marsha. Wim is going through this stuff right now. Can you imagine what's going on with the Godfather right now? Right now. He's probably going nuts right now. Just deciphering it, clipping. What's that? Capsule of some type?
Far per the pad.
Pod? Oh, I don't know. There's not even a subtitles. I don't know what this is. Is this what the astronauts are sitting in? I don't know what this is. Yeah, no doubt. Rule by Saturn, how you doing? Look, what is this? I don't know what this pod or capsule is. Is that it? Okay.
I mean, we saw some beautiful shots we were covering of course, the rocket, of course, the Earth falling away as we continued up into our ascents, but also some of those crowd shots where we saw young and old just emotional, overcome by this history-making moment.
Man, we saw that today. We saw that in all the crowds, and now you get
Look at
sunset.
that
I guess
footage.
they just made it over the crest of the Earth, and you could see the sun
Their
peeking over.
feed
One
is
of my favorite views
terrible.
from space, and I
Their
can't imagine
feed is terrible.
what they're looking at now, and I can't wait to see what they're looking at in about 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are like, you know what, I'm surprised this launched on the first try, because we know, like any
There you have it. They're just talking off their mouth like Doris is. This one looked like an alien. Look at them. Wonder if anybody else is covering this.
We even had a couple mishaps today, not mishaps, but a couple, anomalies today that the team creatively came up with solutions for. It's just a testament to the teamwork that gets us to the moon.
And so we can continue to watch Christina, Reed, Victor, and Jeremy on their way now to the moon in Earth's orbit and awaiting the next in-flight milestones, deploying Orion's solar arrays. So why don't we get back in with Mission Control and Gary.
Hey, thank you, Megan. Again, we're following along on the action. It is a long day. They have a number of procedures they need to get to immediately in their timeline.
And Integrity Houston, crosstie is on board per the ETSI-DEM.
We copy Houston. Thank you.
What's this here?
Crosstie referring to flight controllers here initiating a connection between some of the batteries aboard the Orion spacecraft.
What's taken off in 17 minutes? Is that another spacecraft? Or rocket, rather?
The flight control teams that took us through ascent of the Artemis 2 mission today. Right now we're, as you see, passing 18 minutes of mission elapsed time. The Orion spacecraft integrity and the interim cryogenic propulsion system are maneuvering tail to sun. It is in this orientation, this attitude.
Integrity anywhere until that momentary prop caution.
And Reed, no action. We're looking at it.
Yeah.
Commander Reed Wiseman verifying what
is
being
routed
to his displays aboard integrity.
Did you see
propulsion engineer confirming that no action is needed at this time. They're pressing through with their nominal procedures to prepare for the action is needed at this time. Integrity being Commander Reed Wiseman verifying what is being routed to his displays aboard integrity. Propulsion engineer to his display verifying what is being routed to his displays aboard integrity. Propulsion engineer confirming that no action is needed at this time. They're pressing through with their nominal procedures to prepare for the perigee raise maneuver. And of course, the solar array wing deploy ahead of that. The solar wing deploy is a critical milestone. We'll continue to have our coverage follow the mission until that deployment. Successful launch is just the beginning. The deployment of the solar arrays and successful confirmation that those solar array wings are drawing power is a significant milestone, and says to the flight control teams that we will continue on.
Look, people are buying this. They're eating this up. Look. This thing right here. Look at this, man. They're eating it up. Eating this one up.
And Stan, you can read it. Ike is ready to copy.
Roger. TDRS handover east to west expected 1 second earlier at 5:1 minutes 26 seconds.
All right, Stan, we copy 1 second earlier for 5126 TDRS east to west, and saws are starting to deploy. Thermal knives are firing.
We concur. Thanks for the report.
Read back of the reports that you just heard on the Orion to Earth network. Integrity has maneuvered tail to sun. The RL-10 nozzle on the end of the ICPS is pointed towards the sun, and the solar array deployment sequence has begun. With the deployment confirmed, it'll be several minutes until they are what is called in a latched position. Once they are latched and confirmed to be drawing power, they can switch the mode to ATO and continue along the mission. The teacher's handover at the pad, that message meant the crew was provided some preliminary numbers of when to expect handovers between the tracking and data relay satellites. Currently orbiting Earth at an altitude of 545 statute miles above the Earth, they are in a near-Earth network communication system. The tracking and data relay satellites, geosynchronous satellites that are stationed about 23,000 miles above the Earth.
It's mad, right?
After the apogee rays burn.
Look what they're showing us, right? They're showing us this fucking robot thing near enough in space, right? What the hell is filming this, right? How the hell did they launch something up in the air to stay filming this? They couldn't even, look, they couldn't even bloody, where is it? Hold on, where's it gone? They couldn't even zoom in. They couldn't even zoom in, right? They could not even zoom into this from here, ground level, right? Look, apparently this is the camera on the side of this monstrosity, right? Look, bits are breaking off, as you can see, deployment or something. Look, there's no camera can pick it up from here, or no telescope, right? No type of NASA high definition camera can pick this up, some HD quality from down on the ground, right? Zooming in. But when you get to here, look at this. Look at the quality they give you. Look at the quality they give you out of space. Wowzers. Reality seems so different to when you're in space and when you're on the ground, right? It seems more like, I don't know, I would say CGI. Look at this. Oh, it's all perfect now. Look, they ain't miss a beat. They ain't miss a beat. Look at this, perfect. They want you to see this. They're like, here, sheeple, take a look at this. Keep looking. Ha! And we're getting away with this. Ha! Ha! Getting away with this. Look at this. Look, clear as day. Look, clear as day. Right? But here they can't even get it right. You could just see smoke. Just see smoke. Who wants smoke? That's all you can see, smoke and something hot burning. You would think their technology would advance, that they would zoom in by now and they would show us all of this stuff, right? The approach. That's what I would love to see. The takeoff, the approach, and all of it, following it through the journey, through the sky. Right? But they give us this. This is how they follow it. This is how they follow the thing. Look, they show us this. So there you go, follow it. Look, follow it.
And Stan, you can read it. Ike is ready to copy.
Roger. TDRS handover east to west expected 1 second earlier at 5:1 minutes 26 seconds.
All right,
Look
Stan, we copy
outside,
1
see if I can
second
see the moon. Oh,
earlier for 5126 Tejas east to west, and saws are starting to deploy. Thermal knives are firing.
We concur. Thanks for the report.
no, I can't
Read
see
back of the reports that you just heard on the Orion to Earth network.
no moon. Overcast, no moon.
The ICPS is pointed towards the sun, and the solar array deployment sequence has begun. With the deployment confirmed, it'll be several minutes until they are what is called in a latched position. Once they are latched,
In a lapsed position, once they log on, we'll be able to keep up with the progress and give you much of further input. Shut up, you fools. You geeks. You geeks. Shut up. Listen to them.
numbers of when to expect handovers between
Numbers and when to expect the final expedition and when shut up, you geeks. These people, the nerve of them, you know. Then listen to them.
geosynchronous satellites that are stationed about 23,000 miles above the Earth.
They are hilarious and they're getting away with this. They're getting away with it. Listen.
That surpasses the range of the tracking and data relay satellites, and they
The tracking and the relay decided, shut up, you fool. You geek. They're getting away with it. That is wild. Hmm? Listen to these geeks, these devils. That is wicked, you know. They're getting away with. That's crazy. Amongst us, our predators in the building. Salutes somewhere in time. How you doing? Good to see you all. Good to see you all. That's crazy. These people are getting away with it. Listen to the words. Just listen to them speaking like if anything's making sense. Listen. Oh, you're quiet now. Yeah, you said your piece. Yeah.
This is
You
Mission
said
Control
your
Houston,
piece.
passing 23 minutes of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission.
Shut up. 20 minutes. Artemis mission. Shut up, you fool.
Launch that began at 5:35 and 12 seconds Central Time, 6:35 and 12 seconds PM Eastern.
PM. Shut up, you fool. You these people, you know, hey, I swear to God, these people, they really pulled one over you folks. Hmm? They really pulled one over you folks. Listen to the fucking geek.
The RL-10
Cool.
nozzle that you see at the left end of your screen, though it is currently not firing, that nozzle is pointed towards the sun, and the solar arrays are currently deploying. From this visualization, they look fully stowed in a position.
Integrity, we are happy to report that Jeremy has the O2 sensors on.
Copy O2 sensors.
Shut up about your O2 sensors, about your arrays is pointing towards the sun. What sun? Where's the sun? I can't see nothing lighting up. Hmm? About your sun. Where's your sun? You're too Ross Clark light. Look, if there was sun, right, it'd be bright like this. It'd be bright. It'd be bright. A good day. Good day, sir. Good day, ma'am. Good day to you, sir. It'd be a lovely day. All right. Look, blue skies, lovely day. The sun's out. Where's the sun in your pictures? Where's the sun in your images? There's no sun. There's no light. We don't see no light.
Ad had a Tejas handover. This is the tracking and data relay satellites.
Shut up about tracking and relay satellites. There ain't no blood clot satellite. Oh my gosh, look at the wings on this. Look at the wings on this. Oh man. Now it's real. Now I believe it now. I see the wings. Yeah, I see the wings. It's real now. Now, yeah. Okay. Now I see what they're trying to show me. I couldn't see the wings before. It was a bit too dark.
Executed on the actually closer to the apogee. But what it does is it raises the perigee on the other end of the orbit to 100 nautical miles. The 26-second duration burn does not conflict with the time that they've reported of the tracking and data relay satellite.
Shut up about the burning and the delays, you fool. Ain't nothing happening. It's CGI, man. Don't try your bits. Ain't nothing happening. No burning and delays and none of that shit. Look at this shit.
That time of handover is 51 minutes, 26 seconds. Plenty of margin before the perigee raise maneuver cutoff happens, and the trajectory is analyzed to see whether it was a good burn. A good burn means that the burn was performed as expected and sets the trajectory on course for that 100 nautical mile perigee target mark.
Oh, keep talking. You finished?
Again, for those sticking with us on NASA Plus and following along on our coverage, we will continue to follow and to cover the mission until well, actually, we'll continue to cover the mission 24/7.
Ah. Okay.
But we'll wrap up our coverage here shortly. And now that solar array wing deployment has occurred on NASA Plus and Amazon Prime. Again, we will continue coverage 24/7 at the NASA YouTube channel. For those that want to see all of the upcoming milestones, there are select times where we will be coming back to NASA Plus and other streaming platforms. You can go to nasa.gov to find the latest on when to find those activities.
So there's the stages. This is the bar, right? I just realized it at the bottom. Okay. So you got the core stage separation, solar array, wings open. That's why I noticed the wings. I didn't notice the wings before. Now I noticed the wings. All right. So perigee raise maneuver. Maneuver burn. Okay. What? That's wild. Maneuvers and shit. Yeah. Okay.
Of the perigee raise maneuver. Overseeing these steps is primarily done by Commander Reed Wiseman and pilot Victor Glover. Mission specialists Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen focusing on some of the system activation inside of Orion, namely the environmental and control and life support systems. The activation and checkout of some of these critical systems are very important to continuing on the mission, making sure that those systems are in a good condition.
To continue on the mission, to deceive you. Yeah? To deceive you. That's the mission.
Needs of the crew with humans on board through the duration of the mission that extends 10 flight days. Standing by for an update to the perigee raise maneuver time of ignition. Should be read up to the crew very shortly.
Integrity Houston, updated PRM numbers when you're ready to copy.
All right, Houston, we are ready to copy.
They've even got the man over the radio to sell it to you.
8 seconds. TGO unchanged at 26 seconds.
49, 48, TGO 26.
Top. Fake. Look at this fake shit. They've made meals of this right now.
This is Mission Control Houston. With that update, we are approaching A little more than 13 minutes from the time of ignition of the perigee raise maneuver. That time updated to be 2 seconds earlier was 49 minutes, 50 seconds of mission elapsed time. Will now move to 49 minutes, 48 seconds. The duration of the burn, that's what was referred to as the T-go, will still remain at 26 seconds. Relatively short duration burn, again, just raises the perigee of the orbit today. Making sure they hit the mark on that time of ignition is the primary concern of Commander Reed Wiseman and pilot Victor Glover. Mission Specialist Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen inside activating those environmental control and life support systems.
What's that? 1 million miles from Earth already there?
At this time, all 4 crew members are wearing the launch and entry suits.
Integrity Houston, for Optimus on the PCD, we have time update instructions when you're ready.
We've got no
Houston,
instruction.
Integrity, we copy. Hands are pretty busy at this time. I think we will call you back when we're ready for that.
All right, that one is not urgent. 2 minutes to PRM attitude.
Is there anyone that's buying this in the chat room? Does anyone like say like no, it's real? Like is there anybody that's actually buying this? That is crazy. Look at that. I don't know what's more faker, this or the picture of the globe.
Position to achieve the goal of raising the perigee to 100 nautical miles. You heard some of the environmental control system activations over Orion to Earth. Jeremy Hansen activated the O2 sensors. They'll be measuring the cabin of Orion. During all of the activations here on the ground in Mission Control Houston, Flight Director Judd Freeling is doing a poll with all flight controllers in the room to see if we are in a go position to go ahead and execute the perigee raise maneuver.
Yeah, do the maneuver.
Once concluded, Stan Love will report it back up to the crew, and we'll stand by for that.
Integrity Houston, MCC polls go for PRM pending attitude and saws.
Hey, we copy. MCC is go. Maneuver starting.
Maneuver. What's going on? What am I looking for?
40 minutes of mission elapsed time. The maneuver to the burn attitude has begun. The maneuver also is paired with reorientation of the solar array wings that have been deployed. They will have various positions throughout the duration of the flight. Of course, solar arrays meant to maximize the draw of power from the sun.
Can't see
So when
shit.
deployed, we're
It
in
is
a
dark.
biased solar array wing configuration that was called solar normal.
Something's zooming in.
This
Or getting
allows
closer,
for
it looks
the
like.
greatest surface area of the solar array wings to be drawing power and
It's getting
powering up
closer,
those
or is it just me?
batteries of integrity, of which a cross tie was enabled between the 4 batteries, the 4 battery buses that are inside of Orion. However, for the perigee raise maneuver, the solar array wings will be put into a position to take on the loads imparted by the ICPS main engine when they execute the 26-second burn. You can see in the animation here, solar array wings are in motion, and the attitude is being
You can see in that animation here. Why are we looking at an animation?
reconfigured to point the engine in the correct direction. Those solar array wings being pointed forward.
It's a fucking animation. It's you see these people, animation, yeah. Look at this. There's people lapping this up. Look, the wings are folding. If you can tell.
You're getting a live look inside the Artemis 2 mission flight control room. The team you see here oversaw the ascent of our 4 astronauts inside Integrity, launching at 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah, the wings are
Now,
folding.
again, this room will be occupied 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with flight controllers shifting on 3 shifts to oversee 24/7 operations of Artemis 2 while in flight. We will cover that live on the NASA YouTube channel, and we'll be covering that around the clock as we begin to wrap up our coverage here on NASA Plus. Before I do want to send it over to our colleagues at the Kennedy Space Center. And to my colleagues, it was a pleasure to join the teams at the Kennedy Space Center and be a part of such a historic launch. Here in Houston, again, we're turning our attention to the mission. And for now, we'll say farewell and thank you to our colleagues there for today's launch coverage. We'll see you.
Look at the fake team in there. Look at them.
In Control Houston, sending it back over to Megan and Nicole at the host desk.
Thank you, Gary. And yes, it was such a pleasure.
Oh, hello, Megan. Hello, Nicole.
Historic mission that started right here at Kennedy Space Center. It was such an amazing sight to be a part of. And now, as Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen begin their journey, we here at the Kennedy Space Center are about to wrap our broadcasts. We'll, of course, though, have 24/7 coverage with our colleagues at Johnson Space Center starting as soon as we sign off, so don't worry. You can follow along our 4 astronauts every minute of their nearly 10-day journey to the moon and back. Nicole, I'll definitely be watching it, and I'm sure you will too.
Yes, of course. You know, they just started, right? The launch was beautiful. This was a historic day. They're on their way back to the moon for the first time in over half a century, but they've got a lot of work ahead of them. And so we're excited to see what they have to do and excited to test out the Orion spacecraft. This is a test flight after all, and we're excited to see what we can learn from this mission.
Very humbling, inspiring. It was really amazing to be a part of this, and I'm so glad that so many people joined along by either watching here in person or watching online. And of course, Nicole, thank you so much for sitting through this, answering questions, adding so much context and information that really brought a lot out of what we saw today.
Oh man, I had a blast. You're a rock star. You're a professional.
Gosh,
this was great.
You're great.
So this was a wonderful day.
Well, again, thank you so much. And
Even
thank
the
you to you for
background.
watching at home. You know, tonight we didn't just launch a
Even the background was fake behind them.
rocket. We launched the next chapter of human exploration. Our Artemis 2 crew now on their way back to the moon, and we're taking you with us. So thank you again for watching, and go Artemis 2.
Background. Even this looks fake behind them. There's like 2 different scenes going on, 2 different sets, or I don't know. What is this one?
All 4 astronauts, and it appears all of them are undergoing their suit leak checks. Yes, a pre-flight. All
There
of
they
them
go, the
are
6s.
undergoing.
Boom! They had to make sure they get that in the shot, right? Boom! Right there. Yeah. Boom! Right there. You know what? Okay. Since you're doing that for me, we'll take it. We'll take it. Boom. New age, right? Yeah, we'll take you. Thank you very much.
Their suit leak checks. Yes, a pre-flight tradition that we have seen with our crewed flights, the card game. The astronauts who have just left crew suit up and are now walking down a hallway. Here they are, NASA's Artemis 2 crew, taking their first steps outside for their historic test flight. And the four of them step into their astrovan.
Who you fooling? Who are you fooling? Not me. Not me. Maybe them. Not me. Not us.
And the four of them step into their astrovan. And off they go. Oh, this must feel so.
But NASA
And off they go.
NASA got a truck, a little black truck. Okay.
Oh, this must
Black and
feel so
silver.
special to the crew to see all.
It's like a moon truck, Artemis moon truck. Look at that. Nice. It's got the A on the front of it. What type of you got an A, you got their own logo, their own emblem. Look at that.
All of these people here watching the crew walk across the crew access arm, getting a beautiful view. Everybody configured with their suits, so in we go. The closeout crew has closed the launch abort system hatch.
Yeah.
3,
Yeah, right. You close the hatch, right? Yeah, sure.
2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Look at that. Look at that. That's it. Artemis. Okay. That seems to be it for now from them. That seems to be it from them. Okay. What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on that? Like that's yeah, that's a mad one, right? I know that's a mad one. Artemis, where they going? Where they going? You can't go nowhere. It's an enclosed system. Didn't you get the message? Yeah, it's a reflection. We've been having this conversation. We've been speaking about this. We've been showing and proving. Independent researchers have stepped forth and made this claim to NASA way back in the 60s. And who else made this claim before that? Many others. Many others spoke about the reflection. They put their life on the line and told NASA, hey, you cannot go to the moon because it's only a reflection. Right? As above, so below. Only a reflection, they say. So what are we really talking about? Where are these people going to? That's what I want to know. What is all this for? Second. Run. Damn, I can't find that one. I had something. I don't know where it's gone now. Yeah, I don't know where they're going to anyway. I really don't know where they're going to. They're probably going to Epstein's Island. All right, but no one's on that rocket. Let's have it right. No one's really on these rockets. There's no astronauts sitting in these in these heap of metal junks. It's not astronauts. There's no humans in them. That's a big risk. That's a big problem. Yeah, like I said, they don't want you talking about that moon stuff. Right? They'd rather you talk about, the other stuff. But it's what you talk about the moon. Mhm. You already know that hollow moon leads to that hollow earth, and that hollow earth leads to that hollow moon. That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know, right? But yeah, we'll keep our eyes on the sky. We'll keep our eyes, on pivot, see what's going on, see what they bring to the table. Grand old chat room. Till next time, we'll do this dance again. Look after yourself, love over war, and lay low.